Alright guys, today we're going to make a Mother's Day card or a friend's card for whoever you want to make it for. This says Mom on the front, and then it's going to open up and say loving you is a piece of cake. So I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to create this little card. Your supplies, you're going to need a black colored pencil, a permanent marker, a pencil with an eraser at the end, and then you'll need a bunch of different colored crayons. I'm using blues, purples, reds, and pinks. You can use any colors you want. That's just the colors I wanted to make my cake today. So what you're going to need is a sheet of paper. I'm using cardstock. If you don't have cardstock, you can use just regular old copy paper. I have mine turned vertically, I mean standing up tall, and I'm going to take the top of the paper and I'm going to fold it down and match up the corners, so since we're making a card. So make sure you're taking your time, make sure the corners match up, and then you can fold it and crease it down nice and neat. So what we're going to do first is we're going to write the word mom, and I'm not going to use permanent marker because I don't want it to bleed through to this side because we're going to be doing some artwork. The only thing we're going to use the marker for is the cake, the outline of the cake, because this back side isn't going to matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it shut. We're going to do the part where it says mom, and this is where you can write like a friend's name if you'd like, or your dad's name, whatever you feel like doing, maybe your pet. But I'm going to do Mother's Day because Mother's Day's on Sunday, so I'm going to do mom. So I'm going to write mom, and you can just write it in your nicest handwriting. If you like to do bubble letters, you can do bubble letters. It is completely up to you. So I got mom. So now I'm going to take my black colored pencil and I'm just going to outline. I always like to use pencil first in case I mess up. So always go nice and slow in your outlining, just in case. So since we're doing a cake on the inside, I figured we should do something to decorate the around where it says mom. So I'm going to do little sprinkles and little hearts all the way around. If you have something else you want to add, you can, but I just want to fill up this white space so it's not boring. So I'm going to do little hearts. I might do little circles and little sprinkle shapes. Sprinkles are just kind of like long oval shapes, little stretched out oval. So I'm going to use all the different colors I picked out. You can use a rainbow of colors or pick out a few different colors that you like and just go through them. So I'm going to do that right now. Alright, so that's the front. Now I'm going to open it up, and on the inside we're going to do two separate parts. So where the crease is, the line in the middle, we're going to do writing up here, and then down here we're going to draw our cake. So I'm going to move this down a little bit. So right under where it says mom, I'm going to write loving you is a piece of cake. And I'm going to write it in pencil first so I don't mess up. Loving. And you gotta write kind of big. Loving you is a piece of cake. So now that I have it the way I want it, I'm just gonna outline it. And again, still, I'm only using the black colored pencil because I don't want it to ruin the other side where we just spent all that time doing that lovely artwork. So use a pencil or a crayon so it doesn't ruin your work. Okay, so got that. Now down here below the line, I'm going to scoop my paper up And then this is where we're gonna draw our cake. I'm going back to my pencil because this is a little difficult, so if we mess up, we can erase it, and that is totally okay. So we're gonna do a diagonal line again. Remember, diagonal lines go off to the side. They don't go straight up and down. So I'm gonna take my pencil and I'm gonna draw a diagonal line going up. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a straight line going straight back, horizontal, side to side. I'm going to draw another diagonal line connecting the two. And then I'm going to do some scalloped lines. Scalloped lines are lines that look kind of like clouds. They go up and down. Whoop, 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 and whoop. Next part, we're going to add a scallop line all the way from this side to this side. So I'm going to go wee, 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 and wee. So the frosting's hanging off the edge of the cake. Then we're going to draw 3 straight lines down. One from the end here. One from a little bit inside, and then one at the very end of our cake. And that's just going to be the frosting part here. This is the cake part in here. So now we're going to connect it, and we're going to draw a straight line all the way across. Ooh, that wasn't very neat, so that's why we use a pencil. Woohoo! Got that? Now we're going to add a little frosting line. So I like to use wavy lines, and I like to go like whoop, whoop. And I got my lovely cake. If you want to add sprinkles like we did on the front, you can. So I'm going to add some little hearts, some little oval lines, little circles, all over my little cake. And you can put some up here too if you want. I think I'm just going to keep mine down at this area. So now you can outline in your pencil, in your colored pencil in black, or you can outline in your Sharpie. I'm a big fan of permanent markers, so I'm going to use my permanent marker to outline all this stuff. If you want to add a plate, all it is an oval, and you just take your time and go nice and slow. You go from behind the cake, around, and then back to the back again, and it's just going to look like your cake is sitting on a plate, and it looks a little bit more 3D, I think, when you do that. So I'm going to start outlining it and then color it, and then we're done. We're done with our lovely card. So I'm going to go to hyperspeed and keep working on my cake. So when I'm all done, I like to erase pencil marks. You can do that above. You just have to be really careful with colored pencil, but sometimes it can smudge and look a little messy. So permanent marker won't mess up though because it's permanent. So I'm going in, erasing all these marks, and then I'm just gonna color away. And I think I'm gonna add some hearts up here. So I'm gonna go in with my permanent marker and just draw some cute little hearts around where my cake is. And color those in too. And we are done. So now we have our mom loving you as a piece of cake. All done.